Hi friends, thank you for joining me for your practice today. Today we're going to be exploring headstand or Salamba Sirsasana. So we'll begin seated in a comfortable shape. Feel free to close down the eyes or just settle the gaze in front of you. You can place the hands in the lap in any way that is comfortable for you. And just take a deep breath in and a long, complete exhale as you let it go. Connecting in with your breath, connecting in with your body today. Just seeing how you feel as you step into this practice. There are a lot of benefits to inversions. It can clear the mind. It's said to boost immunity because we're reversing the blood flow, reversing the flow of our lymphatic system. And you're just shifting your perspective as you explore the world upside down. If headstand is not in your practice today, no worries. We'll still explore building some strength in the arms and the shoulders and the core. Let's take one more big breath in and out here. And when you're ready, you can allow the eyes to just flicker open. Come into the space. We'll drop right ear to right shoulder. Stretching through that left side neck. If you want to just rock the head back and forth gently here. Could feel good. Go ahead and drop that chin through center and rock the left ear over to the left shoulder. Maybe taking some gentle movement back and forth here, stretching through the right side of the neck. If that left shoulder is scrunched up into your ear, go ahead and drop that down. Good, and just bring the head back to neutral. We'll take a big breath in, arms overhead. And land that right palm on the mat, leaning over to the left. Inhale back through center, land left palm on the mat, stretching over to the left, stretching to that right side body. Inhale back through center, and we're going to twist to the right, landing right palm behind the sacrum, left palm on the knee. Inhale, bringing the arms up, overhead, back through center, twisting to the left. Inhale, come back through center. We'll bring the palms together in through heart center. Just take a moment here and breathing in. And big breath out. Good. We'll place the palms on the mat and roll over our feet, coming into a tabletop position. We'll bring the palms under the shoulders, knees directly under the hips. We're going to drop the belly. Take the gaze towards the sky, into our cow. And as we exhale, we'll tuck the chin, curl the spine, coming into cat. Inhale back to cow. And exhale, cat. And just moving through a few of these cat-cows at your own pace with your own breath, just warming up the spine. Good. Let's do 2 more of each. Good. And bring the spine to neutral. We're going to extend the right arm, left leg behind. So coming into our bird dog here. We really want to think about being strong through that core. So being strong in the tummy area. So really focusing on flexing our abs here. Take a big inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the elbow and knee together, contracting. Inhale, extend. And exhale, contract. Let's do 3 more, slow and controlled. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract. And the last one. Good. You can land that right palm, land the left knee, and just move through a cat-cow. Good. Bring the spine back to neutral. We'll go the opposite way. So extending left arm, right leg. Really strong through that tummy. Holding here. Headstand is about strong core. So we're going to work on building our core a little. Big inhale. And as we exhale, see if we can bring that elbow and knee together and make a connection. Inhale, extend. And exhale, contract. Let's do 3 more. And 2. And the last one. Extend and land that left palm, right knee, move through a cat-cow. Good. We're going to come into a plank pose, but I really want you to think about making strong hands here. So really flexing our fingers out. So flexing all of our fingers away from each other. Strong palms. And then we're going to tuck the toes and come up into our plank position. And I really want you to think about pushing the ground away here. So not just hanging out kind of loosey-goosey in our plank, but really pushing through the shoulders. As you can see, like this really turns on this muscle right here on the side. And we're going to hold here for just a few seconds. Remembering to breathe, being strong through the core, strong through the shoulders. Headstand is really about strong shoulders, much more than just standing on your head. Really pushing here. We're going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. You can drop those knees. Maybe just walk the palms towards the top of the mat, coming into puppy pose. So dropping that forehead towards the mat, stretching through those shoulders. Good. Just lift the torso up and start to walk those hands back underneath the shoulders. We're going to tuck the toes and the hips up into plank. And then shift the hips up and back into downward facing dog. Take any movements that feel good to you here. Maybe dropping one heel to the mat and then the other. Maybe shaking the head no. Or nodding the head yes. Let's come back into plank for just one moment here. And think about pushing the ground away again. So really strong through those shoulders. And then hold that strength in the shoulders as we shift the hips back to downward facing dog. So really pushing here. We can get kind of relaxed in down dog. And sometimes that's fine to be relaxed in down dog. But sometimes we want to make it strong. So we want to make sure we're pushing through the shoulders. Good. Start to walk the feet towards the hands. We're going to come into a forward fold here. If you need to bend the knees, go for it. You want to grab opposite elbows and hang in ragdoll. That could be good. Good. Just drop the hands towards the mat and then just begin to roll up very, very slowly to come to a standing position near the top of the mat in mountain pose, Tadasana. Big breath in and big breath out. Let's inhale, bring the arms to the sky, still warming up the body. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, bringing the palms to the shin, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up to stand. Palms come together, come through heart center and alongside the body. Good. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Let's step the feet back to plank this time. You can drop those knees or just go ahead and lower the chest towards the mat. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look between the hands. You can step, hop, or jump the feet between the hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale, rising all the way up to stand. Palms come together, coming down through heart center and alongside the body. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step the feet back to plank. You can drop those knees or just lower the chest down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, let's bring the right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee and then really think about bringing that knee in towards the chest, pushing through those shoulders, and then stepping that right leg between the hands. Good. Drop that back knee, untuck the toes, peel that right arm open towards the sky. And then just make some circles here with that right arm. One more. You can land that right palm on the sacrum, or if you want to grab that left foot, left ankle, coming into a quad stretch, go for it. Looking good. Go ahead and drop that back foot. Bringing that right palm to the mat. We'll walk the fingertips back, hinging over that front leg. Toes can come up. This is our half split, Ardha Hanumanasana. Let's walk those fingertips back to frame that front foot. Tuck those back toes. Send that right leg back to meet the left in plank. You can move through a flow here if you'd like, dropping the chest. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Really think about pushing through those shoulders. We're strong in the shoulders the whole time today. Inhale, bringing that left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend that left knee, bring it in close to the chest, tracking those abs, pushing through the shoulders, and then step that left foot between the hands. Drop that back knee, untuck the toe, peel that left arm open towards the sky. Making a few circles here with the left arm. You can land that left palm on the sacrum, or if you want to grab that right foot, right ankle, coming into a quad stretch. You can release that right foot, bringing the left palm back to the mat, walking those fingertips back, hinging over that front leg to our half split. Let's walk those fingertips back to frame that left foot, tucking the right toes, picking that knee up off the mat, and then we'll bring that left foot back to meet the right. Move through a flow here, lowering the chest. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Bend that right knee, bring it in close to the chest, and step that right foot between the hands. Let's drop that back heel. We're going to spin, windmill the arms. Open, coming into warrior two. Gaze is over those front fingertips. Back foot's about a 90-degree angle. And we're thinking about driving this right knee towards our pinky toe. So not letting it cave in like that. You want to open, activating that glute. And let's flip that front palm, reverse warrior. And then exhale, we'll come to extended side angle, so you can drop that forearm onto the front thigh, or if you want to bring it to the mat, or if you want to wrap it around, go for the bind, go for it. Good, release those hands, coming back up to warrior two. We're going to turn the right toes so they're perpendicular with the mat, bringing the arms up overhead, and then we're going to bring them into cactus and come down into our goddess squat. Beautiful. Straighten those legs, bringing the hands to the hips. We'll hinge forward into our wide-legged forward fold. You can bring the palms to the mat or to the ankles or to the shins, wherever you want to bring those. Good. We'll just bring those palms to the hips and bring that chest up tall. Turn those right toes towards the top of the mat, and then just step that left foot up to meet the right in mountain. We're going to just balance very quickly here in our tree pose. So we'll bring the weight into our right leg. I'm going to turn this way so you can see. You can bring the sole of the left foot to the ankle, the shin, or the thigh, wherever you're feeling today. Palms can come to heart center. If you want to bring your arms overhead, go for it. Tree is an upside down or right side up headstand. Sway your branches maybe, play around here. Let's not take ourselves so seriously today. Good. Wherever you are, you can drop that left foot down to the mat. Maybe roll out that right ankle a little bit. And we'll just flow back down to our downward facing dog. So inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step the feet back to plank. Drop that chest down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in and out here. We're just going to go the opposite way. So inhale, left leg to the sky. Bend that left knee, bring it in close. We're going to step that left foot between the hands. Drop that back heel on the mat. Windmill those arms up to our warrior two. Gazes over those front fingertips. Let's spin that left hand, reverse the warrior. And then move forward into our extended side angle. Again, you can bring that forearm to the thigh, palm to the ground, or if you want to reach behind and make a connection with those hands, coming into the bind, go for it. And release those hands coming back up into warrior two. Go straighten that front foot, turn those toes towards the side of the mat. Bringing those arms into cactus, we're going to squat down into our goddess squat. Just for a moment. And extend those legs, bringing the palms to the hips. And then flat back, we're going to fold forward here. Coming into our wide-legged forward fold. Let's try to bring the palms to the mat this time. If you're ever in a flow, this is always a good place to try a headstand if you're in a class where that allows. Let's leave that left palm where it is. We're going to twist towards the right, spinning that right arm open towards the ceiling. Good. Let's bring that right palm back to the mat. Go the opposite way, so twisting towards the left. Good. Bring that left palm towards the mat. And bring the palms to the hips and bring the torso up. Turning those right toes towards the top of the mat and then, left, and then bringing that right foot towards the top of the mat, standing in mountain pose. We're going to come into tree on our left side. So bringing our weight into our left foot, bringing the sole of that right foot to the ankle, the shin, or the thigh, wherever's good for you today. Palms can come to heart center. Or if you want to extend your branches high, go for it. You wave your tree. Wave your branches. Swaying in the wind. You want to see how it feels to close your eyes and try to stay balanced. Presents another challenge. Just have some fun with it today. Good. You can drop that right leg towards the mat. Coming back to our mountain pose. We'll inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step the feet back to plank. This time we're just going to drop the knees and come into child's pose for a moment. Breath in and big breath out here. Let's sit up onto our knees and we're going to measure our forearms. So what it's going to look like is we're just going to take our palms and grab our elbows. So this is kind of our placement for our head stand, as well as we're about to come into dolphin pose. So this is where we're going to put our arms for dolphin. So you want to measure your arms like this and then just rotate the elbows so that the palms are flat on the mat. So then you're just going to tuck the toes, send the hips up, and then just walk the tippy toes in as much as you feel is okay for your shoulders. So this one can kind of be a little bit rough on the shoulders if you go too far. So just take it easy, but being strong through the shoulders, so really pushing through the shoulders, not letting them collapse. And just breathing here. Good. You can walk those toes back whenever you're ready. Drop those knees. Come back into our child's pose. Good. Now we're going to start to just play with headstand a little bit. Some people teach a tripod version, which is where you would put your palms on the mat and your head on the mat. It's not my favorite. It's a little rough on the neck, so I find that having kind of a cage here is a lot easier on the neck, and I can use my shoulders a lot more than just relying on my neck muscles. So how this is going to look is you're going to measure your shoulders again. So again, coming into this forearms on the floor, grasping each elbow, and then putting our forearms down on the mat. And then we're going to make like a little cage with our hands. So we're going to connect the fingers, making this little cage. And this is like where I'm going to rest my head. So I'm going to put actually the back of my head, like right past the top of it, in this little cage. So I'm going to rest that there, and then I'm going to push through my shoulders. So I'm not really putting a ton of weight on my head. Most of my weight is in my elbows and my shoulders. And come up onto my tippy toes, walking my feet in, and then maybe I pick a foot up. Maybe I pick another foot up. Maybe that's where I stay today. Totally up to you, whatever level you want. You can bring the mat towards the wall. If that feels safer for you, you can have your back against the wall. If you don't want to do headstand at all, you can also just bring your legs up in the air. You're going to get a lot of the benefits of an inversion from just putting your legs up in the air, like legs up the wall. And if you want to try, this will be a great time to practice and play around with it. So go ahead and measure, build your cage. Remember pushing through the shoulders, bringing the feet in, and maybe you pick one foot up, maybe both, and maybe extending the legs up towards the ceiling. If this is easy for you, you could try some core drills here, maybe dropping the legs down into pike and bringing them back up, or even straddling the legs and tapping a toe. Or playing with fun shapes. And then to come out safely, you're going to drop the knees down, drop the toes down. And we always want to make sure we come down and rest in child's pose before we just pop back up. Allowing the blood to come back out of your head before you just pop up. So taking a few minutes to play here, just a few more moments. Looks good. You guys are looking amazing. Just take a few more moments of play here, and then we'll meet in child's pose. Good. So from child's pose, just rise up into our tabletop position. Let's peel the right arm open to the sky. And then we're going to send that right arm underneath the left. So stretching that right shoulder, you can land that right cheek on the mat. Maybe walk the fingertips of that left palm up towards the top of the mat, or wrap that left arm around the body. So we're slowing it down now. And just place that left palm back on the mat, peeling that right arm back open towards the sky. And then landing that right palm on the mat. We'll go the opposite way. So left arm towards the ceiling. Sending that left arm underneath right, landing the left cheek. Walking the right hand fingertips towards the top of the mat, or wrapping that right hand around the body. Good. And just placing that right palm back on the mat, we'll peel that left arm back open towards the sky. And then plant that left palm back on the mat. We'll cross those ankles and roll over the feet, coming onto the bottom and then scooching up towards the top of the mat so that our feet are at the top. And we'll just roll down slowly to the back body. Let's bring the feet in towards the bottom, crossing that right ankle over the left thigh. You can use that right palm to press that right knee out. Good. And if you want to bring the left knee in towards the body, you're coming into lying pigeon. You can wrap the palms around the back of that left hamstring, pull those legs in, or if you want to grab the top of that left shin. You can release those hands, bring that left foot down to the mat, and just cross that right leg over all the way now, kind of like you're sitting at a table, like you would sit cross-legged. And then bring those knees back in, maybe grabbing the back of that hamstring or the top of the shin. Kind of a little bit different stretch through that glute. Good. Drop that left foot back down to the mat, uncross the legs, bring that right foot down to the mat, and just maybe windshield wiper those legs back and forth. We'll go the opposite way. So crossing left leg across right thigh. Maybe using that left palm, pushing the left knee out. And then we're maybe reaching through, grabbing the back of that right hamstring or the top of that right shin, coming into lying pigeon. Big breaths in and out here. Good. You can release that grip and just cross that left leg over like you're sitting at a table. And then bringing the both knees in. Now you can reach behind, grab that hamstring of that right leg or the top of that right shin. Good. Release those hands. Drop that left knee to the mat. Drop the right foot to the mat. Left foot to the mat. Maybe windshield wiper those legs again. Good. Now bringing both knees into the chest. And we'll just drop the knees over to the right. You can bring the arms into a cactus or a T, gazing over that left shoulder. Good. Bringing both knees in through the center, dropping them over to the left, gazing over that right shoulder. Good. Bringing both knees back in through center. Maybe wrapping the hands around the knees, just rocking back and forth here. Taking any movements you feel you need to complete your practice today before we move to our Shavasana. And then when you're ready, you can send the right leg long, the left leg long, down towards the end of the mat. Bringing the arms out alongside the body, palms facing up. Let the feet be floppy. Making sure the shoulders are relaxed, not bunched up into the ears. And closing down the eyes. And just taking deep breaths in and out here. Maybe melting a little deeper into the mat with each exhale. Resting here and knowing that I will bring you back when the time is up. Begin to bring some awareness back into the body, maybe wiggling the fingers and toes, rolling the wrists and ankles. Bringing the arms up and overhead, coming into a full body stretch. Bring the knees into the chest. Thanking the body for everything it does for us. Maybe rolling onto your favorite side. You can use the arm as a pillow. And then slowly and gently making your way up to a comfortable seated shape. Take a big breath in together, bringing the arms overhead, gathering all this beautiful energy we've created here today into our palms and bringing that into heart center. And close with an intention. It's the ancient intention. It's been passed from heart to heart through thousands of years. It's that our practice remains steady, our efforts remain continuous, and our yoga helps and heals, and it serves and it benefits all beings everywhere. May all beings be safe. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they be free. May the thoughts and the actions in each of our lives contribute towards us. Thank you so much for joining me today, yogis. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat.